Formula Drift Championship season kicked off in Long Beach, California. Drivers brought their cars to the track, some new and some tried and tested, battling it out head-to-head until just two remained, Samuel Hubinet and Ryan Turk. Both drivers looked strong, but in the end, Turk had what it took to reach the top spot. Now it's time for Stop 2, Atlanta, Georgia. The course in Road Atlanta has no walls, meaning drivers can go all out in the race for first. Can Ryan Turk ride this momentum into a win here, or will someone new rise to dominate the competition? It's all coming up on Formula Drift.
Welcome to the second round of the Formula Drift Pro Championship here at beautiful Road Atlanta. I'm Jared Deenda, and I'm joined by my partner in drift, Mr. Ryan Sage. You know what? We put into effect at the beginning of this year the top 32 format, head-to-head from start to finish, and it did not let us down here in Atlanta.
The 32 format has been nothing less than spectacular, Jared, and we've seen that here today. The battle seems to be the corporate guys, the big guys with the big dollars gunning for the privateers, and the privateers holding their own. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the mix, Tanner Faust is here, Reese Millen, they're all moving on to the top 16. But one of the best battles of the day, probably one of the best battles I've seen, Patrick Juicebox Mordaunt taking out Daijiro Yoshihara. And Jun Meng also moving on to the top 16.
Jun Meng, a privateer, driving his own car from California out here. That's only the top 32. What do we have around the corner in top 16? It's about to unfold.
In Formula Drift, there are three judges officiating elements in the sport. The criteria is based on speed, angle, line, and style, or impact. This competition is a dogfight with competitors trying to outdo, outperform, and outmaneuver the other driver to show dominance in each of the successive laps. Both drivers get a chance to lead, with the highest qualifier leading first. After two runs, the judges will pick the dominant driver. Judges can also call for a one more time if the runs are too close. Either way, majority rules, and whoever has the most votes moves on to the next round. The action starts on top of a hill looking onto the course below. Both cars line up side by side and floor it, screaming down the hill before drifting into an exacting 90-degree left-hand turn. Drivers experience a second of three elevation changes as they countersteer the opposite direction and head uphill towards the horseshoe, passing clipping point number 1 on the right-hand side. Vehicles entering the horseshoe must maintain the best possible line while keeping their speed up as judges zero in on the smoothest attack. Drivers should get their cars as close as possible to the second clipping point when they exit the horseshoe. Now it's an all-out pedal mash as drivers deal with another elevation change going back down the course in the opposite direction. After a sweeping left, drivers approach the third and final clipping point, then roll through a final right, heading back to the start to go again. Road Atlanta continues to be a major highlight on the Formula Drift Championship Series. Fans lined the track, waiting for the round of 16 to kick off. Tanner Faust and Ken Gucci were evenly matched in the first run. In run 2, Tanner got too close and spun out to avoid hitting the other driver. Gucci moved on. Ryan Turk put the pressure on Vaughn Gittin Jr. in their first run. JR returned the favor in run 2, but around the horseshoe he straightened out, giving Turk the win. Tyler McQuarrie advanced after Ryuji Miki slid off the track. Chris Forsberg and Samuel Hubinet are two of Formula Drift's biggest names, and it showed when they went one more time twice in Atlanta. Finally, Forsberg created a small gap. Hubinet straightened slightly to catch up. That small mistake means Forsberg advanced. Jun Meng and Pat Mordaunt both went off the track in run 1. Jun stayed aggressive in run 2, causing Mordaunt to go off the track again. Meng took the win. Justin Pollock had a clear victory after Tony Bracco-Hiapa lost his drift in the horseshoe. Darren McNamara moved on after Ross Petty ended up in what they call the kitty litter. Reese Millen won in Atlanta last year, but faced a big challenge in Robbie Nishida. In the second run, Millen can't keep up with Nishida's 350Z. Robbie put major distance between them, ending the round of 16 with Reese lost in a cloud of smoke. Now the stage is set for the round of 8. When we come back, drivers will battle it out until one remains. The fight is on next. Formula Drift is brought to you by Falcon Tires and by Mazda. On any given weekend, there are more Mazdas road raced than any other brand.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta, stop number 2, Formula Drift. Get ready to see some action.
Thank you, Miss Formula Drift 2009, Miki Taka, who's going to be doing some pit reporting for us. The grade 8 bracket is shaped. Tyler McCory versus Forsberg, Meng versus Pollock, McNamara versus Nishida. Let's get on to it. The first battle of the grade 8, Ken Gucci, the Goosh, going against Hampshire, Ryan Turk, in that Mobil 1 Gardella Racing Pontiac Solstice GXB.
Well, Jared, it's nice to see Ken Gucci back in action and right up in the grade 8 after a very disappointing performance in Long Beach. But going up against Ryan Turk is quite a challenge.
Yeah, Ryan Turk, same car, Solstice GXP, but now this one's on steroids. Ryan Turk's going to lead, Ken Gucci's going to give chase.
Here you're going to see one of the mini elevation changes here at the Road Atlanta course. Nice on that inside clipping point by Ryan Turk. Ken Gucci trying to give chase, falling off a little bit right there.
80-mile-per-hour entry as they come down the hill. Now entering the infamous horseshoe. Ryan Turk with a good line, maintaining the angle. Ken Gucci falling off, correcting there a little bit.
Nice line by Ryan Turk as we get into the last part of this course. And that last clipping point right there, nice job.
Yeah, Ryan Turk just looking a little tighter here. Here they come down into the entry. Again, 80 miles per hour as they came down there. Now they're entering, again, that infamous horseshoe. Ryan Turk a little tighter than Ken Gucci. Ryan Turk's going to chase down Ken Gucci.
Yeah, Ryan Turk looking a little bit more clean in that first run. Ken Gucci having some challenges, but right now Ken Gucci getting an opportunity to be out front without anybody blocking his eyesight. Let's see what he can do.
80.7, so he kind of actually ups the ante there.
The speed is there, but you can already tell that Ken is a little bit offline. Oh, he gets back online right there and gets a nice clipping point. Now he needs to stay wide on this horseshoe and really try to accelerate down the hill.
Ryan Turk, though, utilizing Ken Gucci as a clipping point. That's what the judges are looking for.
Ryan Turk right on the back bumper of Ken Gucci, doing a really good job in the second part of this run.
Great way to start the grade 8. Ryan Turk, Ken Gucci doing battle here in Atlanta. The lights are on.
So Ryan Turk seemingly getting the better of the two runs right here. And here you see him right on the back bumper of Ken Gucci, coming out of the horseshoe right in front of the judges' stand.
Well, the judges liked it. Ryan Turk, it's unanimous. He gets the win. Well, Ryan Turk is already in the Final Four. Who is going to join him? Will it be Chris Forsberg or Tyler McCoy? Look at this. 350Zs, both convertibles, both V8s, Ryan.
Yeah, where else in the world can you see something like that, Jared? Two amazing cars with massive power plants.
Yeah, run what you brung here in the world of drifting. Chris Forsberg's going to lead. Tyler McCoy is going to give chase as they initiate their 82.6 miles per hour.
Nice job off the bat by Chris Forsberg, hitting that inside clip and now coming back around super close to that inside clip on the horseshoe. And here they're going to want to get an upshift and really get some good speed coming down the hill.
A little bit of a gap there between Chris and Tyler as they're heading down the hill. Great plume of smoke. Look at this. Chris Forsberg riding the smoke train. Yeah, you said, oh, there. Tyler McCoy, a little correction there.
McCory probably getting blocked by all the smoke coming off Chris Forsberg's car. And there you see he goes offline.
Yep, we talk about it. Great cloud of smoke coming off the back of Chris Forsberg's car. Now again, judges digesting the first run, and they'll give their verdict after run 2. Now Tyler McCoy's going to lead. Chris Forsberg's going to give chase. Oh, Tyler McCoy's got the, wow, gentlemanly move. Chris Forsberg waiting. Well, obviously he has to because Tyler McCoy's going to lead. So here we go. Man, gentleman of sport.
Nice job by Chris Forsberg. He'll get some karma points for that. And nice early entry by Tyler McCory, down on speed just by 1 mile per hour.
Tyler McCory upshifting, going uphill. Look at this. Gently move earlier. Now it's no holds barred. Chris Forsberg wheel-to-wheel action as they come out of the horseshoe. Woo-hoo-hoo, the crowd is loving it.
Chris Forsberg doing a perfect job mirroring Tyler McCory and putting amazing pressure on the Falcon driver.
Chris Forsberg gave Tyler McCory the shadow treatment. Everywhere Tyler went, Chris was right behind him, and just great angle up there in the horseshoe, right in the crowd's face, and right in front of the judges' faces. So I gotta say, it's Chris Forsberg with the win.